What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and today we are going to be reviewing some products from NFstrike. And I believe this is some sweet tactical gear in here, so we will crack it open and see what we got. Alright, wow. We definitely have some tactical gear. Fast mags. Sweet chest rig here, looks like. Got a very lightweight tactical belt. It's pretty cool. We got some other sort of tactical belt here. It actually is even branded NFstrike. Alright, you guys, let's talk about this pretty cool tactical vest here. It definitely has a ton of real estate to put things, and it comes with quite a few MOLLE buckle attachments, I guess is what I'm going to call them. Up front you get a 3-pouch magazine holder. Now this is not going to fit normal Nerf mags, but it does fit katana mags pretty darn well. And it actually fits them even 2 in 1 pouch, which is pretty cool. Now that is a bit of a tight fit, but it easily fits 1, no problems. So if you wanted to just put 1 in there, it works well, but 2 is a bit of a tight fit, but it does work. I actually have this attachment previously, and I used it for my katana mags in my heavy loadout, which I'm actually going to do a video on at some point soon. But this is pretty cool, and I do like that, at least for katana mags. Now, if you're running normal Nerf standard mags, this probably isn't going to work for you very well. So it does just have enough Velcro to attach with a double stack there. Now you have basically the same thing, but just a 2-pouch version here. Like I said, 1 fits in there very easily, but 2 is a bit tighter, but it does work. Pretty cool. On this side, it's a little bit different. It's just a single pouch. 2 fits in there very easily, very nicely. I like this version actually quite a bit. I don't know if you can buy these separately, but this came with all these things on it, so that's pretty cool. If you can get them separately, that'd be really awesome. But yeah, you can just pull this off to the side if you want and pull out your magazines that way, or you can unbuckle it on this one and then pull out your magazines that way. And this has a really nice fit, and this I really like a lot actually for katana mags. They also give you a pretty cool med pouch with this, so you can kind of put any sort of tools or, you know, band-aids or pretty much anything you might need, and especially like for an HVZ event, it's nice to have one of these on you. And I usually have one with me that has like screwdrivers just in case I need to do a small maintenance to my blasters on the field or during a war, so that's pretty cool to have that available. Now you also get an admin pouch, which is pretty sweet also and very useful. I love my admin pouch on my tactical vest that I wear, and this one comes with one that is actually removable, so that's cool. So you can get rid of it, and then it gives you some Velcro to put patches on, which is always awesome. You gotta have patches. It does have MOLLE webbing all over, so you can fit tons and tons of stuff on it, even on the back. All kinds of MOLLE webbing there. Now, adjusting this is a bit difficult, and definitely probably the least favorite adjustable tactical rig that I own. It doesn't go down much smaller than my size. It does fit me pretty well, but I had to put it basically on the smallest location. And the way you adjust it is this back part right here. You have to pull this up, and then it has all these like straps. It has 2 straps for each side and then 1 for each shoulder, and then you have to like thread some string through the holes that are in there and then tie it off with this cord. So it's definitely not a very convenient adjustment, but once you have it set to your size, then hopefully you don't have to mess with it too much, and it just basically slides right up and over your head, so you don't have to like unbuckle things and buckle them or do this every single time. So I guess that's nice that you can just slide it over your head, but yeah, that's a little weird, and it doesn't have the tightest fit. It is a bit loose, and if you're a bigger person, this could be a great tactical rig for you. I could definitely see somebody that wants to run heavy. I definitely recommend this if you want to run heavy. If you're wanting to run light, this may not be the best option, as it's going to probably be pretty hot and heavy, and there's just so much MOLLE on it that if you're not going to use all that, then there's really no need to have it all. I run a tactical rig, and I'll link a video above showing my medium or lighter loadout that I basically use that for everything. Nerf Wars, HVZ, all things I run standard mags in. and just has straps on the back, so it's open and it breathes a lot better. But this is definitely awesome if you want to run heavy and you want to have a lot of real estate. So pretty cool. I'll go ahead and throw it on real quick here. So that's how it looks on me. It is a nice snug fit, pretty good fit. It kind of swishes around a little bit, but not too bad. But like I said, it's basically on the smallest placement it can be. So if you're smaller than me, and I'm about 5'8.5", and you know, about 160 or so pounds, so I'm not really a big guy, but I'm not a kid by any means. So if you're a smaller Nerfer, this may not fit you. So I'm just putting that out there. But yeah, it comes with also these really neat little pouches up here. Now I'm not sure this is going to have a ton of use for Nerf, but it looks like it probably fits a pocket knife or something like that. You might be able to fit something Nerf-wise, maybe some darts. I'm not sure I would recommend it for darts. If you have shells of some sort, like those Busby shells, they might work for a couple of those. But yeah, not a super useful thing, but it does come with 2 of those, it seems like, so that's pretty neat. But everything just pops off like this, and then you can just remove everything pretty easily. And that goes for everything. Now, usually when I put this on permanently, I kind of weave everything in and out so it has a much tighter fit, but you don't necessarily have to do that. So there it is without anything on it. Pretty sweet. And it does, like I said, have a ton of molly space on it, so that's pretty cool. And then if you want to run standard mags, NFstrike sent me those fast mags, so those are definitely something you could use on this, and we'll throw a couple of those on real quick. Alright, went ahead and threw a couple fast mags on here, and they actually sent me 2 different types. One of them looks like this, and it has 2 prongs that go up like this, and I'm assuming this is to go up into the top part of the molly, so it kind of has a more secure hold. So if you have a vest, this is something that may be useful, especially if you want a double stack, which you could probably take one that doesn't have that and stick it on the front here, and there you have a double stack, which is pretty sweet. And this does work really well with Nerf mags. It fits in there really nicely. Now, I probably would recommend pointing them up like this, because they are just like a friction fit, and if you're running around, they may fall out if you have them upside down. But that's really a really nice fit, and it fits Nerf mags nearly perfectly. So that's really cool. And I think they're a great cheap option, especially since I usually run narrow base. I bought those forever ago. They've held up really well, and they're really awesome, but they are very expensive, so this might be a better option. I'm not exactly sure what NFstrike charges for these, and I'm sure it varies from time to time, but I will link all the products and everything in the description box below and let you know where you can find this stuff. So that's pretty cool. I really like these fast mags. I think they're a really cool look, and yeah, they work pretty darn well for Nerf stuff. So that's pretty awesome. This also will work really well on a belt system. So they sent this along, and this is a pretty cheap and lightweight belt. Cheap meaning it's just not the most durable thing. I mean, it's more for a very lightweight loadout or something, you know, for a kid that doesn't need anything very durable. I prefer my Condor belts. They are much bigger and more hefty and have more than just one molly strap, but this is not a bad option. It just depends on your needs. So that works on there, but it will move around a little bit since it is just one molly strap. I run a similar system when I run katana mags in my light loadout, and I just did a video on that. If you haven't seen that, definitely check the link above. And I use fast mags that have been adapted to fit katana mags, and it works really well. So yeah, these are pretty cool, and definitely recommend that if you're interested. And it's pretty neat that this also just comes along with the belt itself and not just the system. So this is all one thing. It's not something that goes inside. This is just sewn on here. So yeah, pretty cool. We'll go ahead and throw this on. So there we go. I would say it's definitely not meant for somebody very large. I don't know how big it can go, but this fits me really well right now. Something that definitely can go smaller. Probably can't go a ton bigger, a little bit bigger for sure, but I would say this is definitely for somebody, you know, smaller, somebody that isn't really needing hefty gear. All right, the last product they sent me was this NFstrike kind of pouch kind of looks like a back brace a little bit, but I think this is for definitely a younger Nerfer that just wants something small and light that they can kind of run around the house with and carry a few magazines. I wouldn't really recommend this for anything larger than a 12-round mag, but it does work well for like 12, 10, or 6-round magazines. And it's a pretty loose fit in there, so they could fall out, especially if you run them upside down. I highly don't recommend that. Definitely run them up like this. It also has this little pouch with a little thing over it. I'm not sure exactly what that's for. It has a hole in it, so maybe like a small blaster might be able to fit in there. I'm not sure. I don't really have anything on hand that would fit in there. I'm not really sure what they intend that for. They also have a pouch over here that actually comes completely off, velcros off, and then you can just kind of put whatever in there. It's kind of like a coin thing, but maybe you can put a few darts in there or something like that. But this has a decent fit. I mean, but it's like I said, if you run around, they're probably going to fall out. So it's just really for casual play, around the house play for a younger Nerfer. But a very cheap option and something nice for kids to use, you know, if they want something just simple and to play around with. But go ahead and throw it on so you can see what it looks like. Very adjustable. So I'm cutting off my head, but that's kind of what it looks like when you're wearing it. So you can kind of just turn it around whichever way you want, depending on how you want your magazine situated. So it can be wherever. This can come off and go wherever you want it. So pretty cool there. Yeah, I think it's a very, you know, simple way to carry some magazines, and probably great for some, you know, young Nerfer. Alright, you guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, NFstrike, for sending me all this cool tactical gear. Hopefully you guys saw something that you liked. If you want any of these products, definitely check the description box below for links. I will link all the products that I can in the description and where you can buy those. And if you've never heard of NFstrike.com, definitely check them out. They have tons of stuff, all the kinds of stuff for Nerf. Tactical kits, mod kits, gear, tons and tons of darts. Every dart you could possibly want you can find there. So there's tons of stuff you can get. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. And as always, peace out.